My dad signed me up for the Youth Flag Football League when I was 5. I just instantly fell in love with it and played ever since. It's always been an outlet for me.
Yeah, he started playing football when he was 4 years old. He started flag football along with a lot of other sports. We kind of put him in everything, but he wasn't very he wasn't very good. But he stuck with it, and by the time he got to 4th grade, it was like a really big turning point. They had a lot of kids, on the team, so they split it up between 2 teams. So he actually got to play running back and get playing time, and that's really where he fell in love and gained a lot of confidence.
I met Anthony as a 2nd grader. He wrestled for my Ossining youth wrestling program, and I've been following his wrestling and football career since. Oh, Anthony is a great character guy. He's always the first one in the room, last one to leave.
He embodies everything that we want in a student athlete. He does well academically, attends all his classes, and participates in a variety of sports programs. I see him work very hard on and off the field.
It was a big league game, home against White Plains. I was running the ball, got clipped from both ends, and my ankle got caught under my body, and I tore every ligament in it.
He came back to practice the next day and told the team he was very sad. He was very discouraged because he knew that it was pretty much the end of the year and he's going into his wrestling season where he was ranked top 2 wrestler in the section, so that really did affect him.
When you get injured as an athlete, and that's the persona you have, that's who you feel represents you at the high school level, it plays a really hard toll mentally. Many students go through depression during this time, and it takes a lot of will to be able to come back.
I would say it was probably one of the darkest moments for him. As a parent, it was really hard to see your child's light dim, after an injury that severe, knowing that he loves the sport and he was so ready for that year. After finally gaining the weight and being ready to actually compete with kids at the same level. And I feel like he just lost so much prior to that, and then having to go through that, it just made it a lot worse for him. And then being in a bedroom with 4 walls, not being able to move around as much as he wanted to, not being able to go see his friends or watch the games or be in the games for a while, watching it from the TV was extremely hard for him and hard for us to watch him go through that.
After my injury, I was in a bad state of mind. I was in a slump, depressed, but there came a time where I realized that feeling down wasn't going to help my situation, and that's when I decided I was going to put all my work into just recovering and getting back better than I was pre-injury.
We had to try to get him out there, so we did, and then a light kind of sparked in his eyes, and he's, after losing so much, I felt like he kind of turned around and was more like, I'm not going to let that stop me anymore. I'm going to push through, and he turned it around and he fought back and he got back on his feet. He was ready.
Coach McCray definitely had a huge impact on my recovery. He was always checking up on me, asking how I was doing, multiple times a day. And even now with me back, he's just always checking up on me and make sure I'm okay. And I just always had a close relationship with him. He's always been an amazing coach to me and a friend too. When I heard that I could potentially be back for my wrestling season, I was excited, but also kind of nervous of getting injured again.
Since returning from the injury this year, Anthony has come back in better shape, prepared for the season. Every time I ask him about his ankle, he doesn't even think about it. He put that behind him.
Coming back to football after the injury, I felt extremely confident. I was putting a lot of work in PT before, and in the off season, in the summer, I was constantly at the field working, so I was really confident in coming into the season. All my coaches have pushed me. They've always been there for me. And my teammates too. We've been through all these games and battles together, and blood, sweat, and tears at practice. And yeah, they make me better, a better person and a better athlete. And I give all credit to them. Without my line, I can't do anything. So, and I have an amazing quarterback and yeah, just amazing coaches, and I definitely give a lot of credit to them.